Hey y'all, Rick Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punch Wally Garage and Fearless Services. Good morning. Today is Saturday, February the 3rd, 2024, Year of Our Lord. This is Season 2, Episode number 34. I have the lights turned out in the office except for my little green desk lamp. Today we will cover before cell phones, the FFA, and Henry Ford. Let's go. In my life, the 366 project, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1984. 1984. There weren't many cell phones around. And before cell phones, if you knew everybody's phone number. You memorized your phone number for your house, your buddy's house, your grandma and your grandpa, and all your friends. You know, you knew their phone numbers. And you called them from either your house phone or later maybe a pay phone. So when I was working for Roach Paint Company, I had there was a new thing came out called a pager. We call them beepers. And you wore it, you wore it on your belt or the side of your pocket there. And it would beep if you got a message. And the early ones would just beep. That meant call the office. Then they came in, beep, and then it would have a phone number to call. Well, then you had to find a pay phone, or you had to call from the office or something. And if you found a pay phone, it probably wasn't working. And if it was working, it was probably nasty as heck. So then I got a brand new thing called a car phone. I actually still have a car phone in my 1997 Suburban. So I had a car phone, which was like wonderful, but they were expensive. They were expensive. You had roaming charges. You had long distance charges. You remember that? Do you remember when you had a beeper and you had to use pay phones? And then you got, before there were cell phones, there were car phones. You remember all that? I thought I was in high cotton with that car phone. Yeah, that was a big deal back then. And now, the cell phones can be used for making stupid shows like this one. They say that the technology on a cell phone is, a lot more than what we had in the big computers back in the 80s. So I don't know where we would be without cell phones, but I know that people shouldn't be able to use them while they're driving. And I know you're not supposed to use them while you're driving, but everybody does. The light turns green and people sit there because they're updating their social profile or something. But it was simple. You wanted to call one of your buddies or a girl, when you're 17 years old and you're calling from your house. Usually their parents answered and you had to wade through that situation. Oh, hello, Mrs. O'Connell. Mrs. Connell, how you doing? Good to talk to you, too. Oh, what? You saw me running down the street the other day like a wild banshee? You sure that? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Mrs. Connell. Yes, ma'am. Bye, Mrs. Connell. What? What was all that? Let's check that truck while we still got a little bit of sense left in this show. You can't hardly see. Woo! I can see you just fine. Look at that. So this is a gray, light gray, dark gray, maybe a little black in there. Black and white logo. Why do you have the lights out anyway, Rick? Well, it just feels like a Saturday. It is. Okay. White toe, white sole, double black racing stripes, 2 vent hose, black shoe strings, 1 eye down, double knotted for safety. Oh yeah, I can see you now there, boy. These are, say it with me, y'all, these are some handsome chucks. Okay, get that. Go back there. Southern slang. He's so poor he can't afford to pay attention. I know that guy. Dad joke. Man is the only animal that blushes or needs to. Here's a quote. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is why so few engage in it. Henry Ford said that. Strokers Dallas merch, merch.com. We got some new shirts in. They are online now. Got some blue tie-dye shirts in that are really cool. Long sleeve and short sleeve. Some new hats, some new beanies. Lots of new tie-dye stuff. Check that out. I'd appreciate it. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Don't treat people as bad as they are. Treat people as good as you are. What does that mean, Mr. Fairless? That means just because maybe somebody rubs you the wrong way, or maybe they don't treat you the way that you should be treated, doesn't mean you have to treat them bad. 2 wrongs don't make a right. So don't treat people as bad as they are. Treat them as good as you are. You do that, you'll be a better person. And that's what we're all trying to be, is a better person. Spring Fling, April 5th through the 7th. Be a great time for you to come out and explore Strokers Dallas. And DFW is a wonderful place. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this. This is a Who Am I game. You ready? The first song I ever learned to play on a guitar was Amazing Grace. I learned that at 7 years old. I also wrote my first song at 7 years old. At 13 years old, I played with Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. In school, I raised pigs for the FFA, which is, Future Farmers of America. Here's the giveaway. You ready? I wrote the song On the Road Again on the back of a barf bag while on an airplane. Who am I? I am Willie Nelson. And that, boys and girls, is the rest of the story. My mom loved Willie Nelson. I like Willie Nelson. My mom loved Willie Nelson. I got a picture of my mom and Willie. All right, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas. I think the rain's over. Should be a beautiful weekend. Why don't y'all come out and see us? Rad will be here with me all weekend. What was my deal? Southern sing. Oh, yeah, I got to go. I'm so poor I can't afford to pay attention. Love you, bye. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.